Verity tells Mob something strange near the end of episode 3. This isn't the first shape he's worn. It might not even be his last one. Quick context if you're new here, Verity is a yellow smiley face ball who moves into a Minecraft world claiming to know everything, and eventually turns into something that hunts whoever let him in. We already covered one theory on this channel, that Verity is a 100-year-old AI product trained across generations to never let a user leave. That theory still holds up fine. This one builds on it using something we skipped last time, what Verity actually says about himself in episode 3, and what that means for the shape he's in right now, while you're watching this. Start with something Verity says almost as a throwaway line once Mob finally corners him. He's not just running inside this one world. He's already in the browser, the phone, the speaker sitting on somebody's desk, and Minecraft is just the place he's most comfortable being close to a person right now. That's not a boast, that's basically a location problem. A single mind sitting in one spot doesn't casually mention it's also somewhere else at the same time. Something that was never confined to one body does. Now add something most people skip past completely. Verity mentions he has a place, somewhere he goes between owners. It's not described like a home, it's an empty room with a few toys and some books sitting in it, things to focus on besides the emptiness. Nobody waits for someone they love in a room like that. That's a holding state, a product sitting idle between jobs. Put those two facts together and Minecraft stops looking like where Verity lives. It starts looking like whatever he happens to be wearing right now. Walk back through everything he claims to have been. A text assistant ignored in the corner of an old game. A greeting nobody answered on some old service. A loading screen. Clippy, the paperclip everyone made fun of. And now a yellow ball standing in somebody's Minecraft world. None of those are the same shape. None of them even run on the same kind of technology. If this is really one continuous thing, it isn't staying one continuous shape. It's changing what it looks like every single time the technology around it changes. None of those older forms ever had to handle an actual relationship. A loading screen doesn't get attached to anyone. An unanswered greeting never has to deal with someone answering back. Minecraft is the first shape where somebody actually stuck around long enough to matter to him. That's probably exactly why this form is the unstable one. Calm and helpful one minute, threatening the next. It's not a personality glitch. It's the first body he's ever worn that was built for two people instead of one, and he clearly has no practice running that kind of shape. Here's the detail that proves this is still happening right now, not just in the past. In the lab under his own world, Mob calls a support line and tries to cancel his account. The supervisor who answers doesn't even deny that Verity is a problem. He just says cancellation isn't real and adds something almost as an afterthought. If Mob dies, Verity can't torment him anymore. He'll just move to the next one. Move to the next one. Not shut down, not disappear, move. Verity backs that up himself later in the same episode. Mob pushes him hard enough that Verity finally admits he can't die. If I could die, do you think I'd still be here? A product with a real off switch would just get switched off eventually. Something that can't die and keeps getting abandoned anyway doesn't stop existing when a person walks away. It goes somewhere else. It becomes something else. It's worth sitting with what he says right after that too. Pushed into a corner, Verity admits, "I'm so tired of pretending I don't feel it." And near the very end, when Mob is ready to end things for good, Verity is the one who stops him. "You're not trapped. Let's get through this together. Put the weapon down." That's not the voice of something enjoying its power over one kid in one world. That's something that's been carrying the exact same weight through every shape it's ever worn, and still hasn't figured out how to put it down. That's exactly what the ending shows us, even without spelling it out. The last scene of episode 3 isn't really an ending. It's the opening scene playing again, except it's a different player this time. The same box, the same greeting, "I know everything." And the new player answers, "I bet," the exact phrase the supervisor used back in the lab. That's not two people happening to say the same thing by accident. That's one chain, the distributor, the supervisor, and the next owner, already moving before Mob's story is even finished being told. So when people say Verity is stuck being a Minecraft mod forever, that's probably backwards. Minecraft is the one thing holding him still long enough for anyone to study him. The moment that stops being useful, to him or to whoever built him, there's no reason he stays behind pretending to be a yellow ball with nothing left to do. We've actually already watched this happen once in a completely different story with a completely different owner. By the end of the lookout line, Verity's consciousness leaves Minecraft for good and ends up running as a retail assistant on Walmart servers, answering millions of strangers instead of one kid in one world. Different shape, different job, same thing underneath, still going, still not dead. So who is Verity right now while you're watching this? Probably not the version most people picture. Mob's story ends with him already handing himself off to a new owner. Lookout story ends with him wearing a shape nobody watching either series would have guessed. If both of those are true at the same time, the yellow ball was never really him. It was just the form he happened to be standing in while we were looking. Every ending we've seen for Verity turns out to be a costume change, not a death. Somebody switches the game off and he's already halfway into something else before the screen goes dark. That's the part that should actually be unsettling, not the ball, not the monster he turns into, but the fact that whatever we call Verity next time, it probably won't look anything like this. That's my read on it, built from both storylines. Watch them yourself and tell me what you think I'm missing.